Learn while you earn. That's the offer from the Joplin Job Center and Workforce Investment Board of Southwest Missouri through a program called YouthBuild. And that is the focus of tonight's Newsmakers. I'm Lisa Oligas. We will learn all about YouthBuild from coordinators and also hear from participants in the program that give youth an opportunity to build skills while they build a house. We begin our conversation with Pam Regan, one-stop operator at Joplin Job Center, and Sherry Rooms, director of the Workforce Investment Board of Southwest Missouri. Welcome to Newsmakers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So ladies, let's talk about YouthBuild, for which you are taking applications now. So this is a hands-on education and workforce development program. How does someone qualify? Like, what is the age range for participants?
So our age range is 16 to 24, and to qualify, they need to be working toward getting a GED or a high set and interested in learning new skills, maybe in construction, but that's not absolutely mandatory.
But it gives them a chance to do something.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so these students learn aspects of construction while actually building a house and earn their GED. How much time is spent at school? How much at the job site?
So it's 50% education, 40% construction, and 10% leadership. So they will attend GED classes, AEL classes, 2.5 days a week. They'll have half a day on Wednesday that they'll do some leadership activities. Maybe that's community service, some other things, employment opportunities, you know, looking at those things. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, they do construction.
All right. And they are paid to learn. How does that work?
So while they're in their GED classes, they receive a stipend. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, they get that stipend. And then on Tuesday and Thursday, when they're on the job site, they're getting paid $15 an hour.
So at least the minimum wage. I mean, that is the going rate. So are these students already working instead of going to school otherwise? I mean, where do they come from to you? Is it somebody who might have dropped out of high school? How do they get involved in this program?
Typically those are dropouts, and you know, just students or young adults that just need some direction and need some opportunities.
Could it be someone though who also has another part-time job and I mean wants to change their situation?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're willing to look at any applicant, and we can usually make that determination based on, you know, what they're doing.
And so what is the application process and how many students can you take? You have cohorts, I guess, right?
We have 3 cohorts. We're into our second one right now, and then our third will start in September. So we're taking applications for our third one. Those applications are online, so it's wibswmo.com, and you just go down to the YouthBuild application and click and fill it out. We get those immediately. A case manager will call and have that discussion over the phone with an individual, and then we'll set up a meeting. They also need to, like Pam said, they need to be interested in doing their AEL classes, and we ask that those individuals TABE test before they come in.
Yeah. So how many students can you take in this session that you're getting ready to fill?
The next session, we need 23.
So 23,
Yeah.
you know, 23. Okay. So, and students will attend workshops. Give us an idea of the focus of some of those leadership and educational workshops that you have.
They work with staff to get their resume ready because we have a job fair every month, at least one job fair every month, and they do participate in those. So they get to meet with those employers, present their resume. They practice interviewing with our staff. They practice interviewing with those employers so that when they do graduate from the YouthBuild program, they're ready to go. They have the confidence to go out and find that employment or go to school, whatever they choose to do in that next step.
Sherry, let's talk about some of the other cohorts. I mean, where have the students gone that have graduated the program before? I mean, some may continue their education. Tell us where they might end up.
Absolutely. So we have some that are currently going to Crowder. We have one individual that is actually going, he's just started a Tulsa welding school, and he's going into electrical. We have some that are just working manufacturing, but the goal is employment or training. Absolutely.
So they'll also be getting certified in things like first aid and CPR. Why is that part of your program?
It's just, you know, we try to expose them to as many things as possible. So that leadership aspect of it, getting that first aid, that CPR, they are on a construction site. So, you know, making sure that everybody understands those safety aspects and know what to do in case something would happen. They do OSHA 10 certification. They get a PACT certification, which is an industry recognized credential in construction. So there's always lots of opportunities for them to learn other than just that GED and come away with certifications and things that'll help them as they move on to their next.
Those certainly look good on a resume when you have
Oh,
certifications on it. It
absolutely.
shows you've diversified, right? I know that I've seen that there are pre-apprenticeship aspects to this program. So talk to us about that.
So everything that we do, because of the HBI pre-apprenticeship construction training, that is that certificate that credential that they receive, it's based on all of the apprenticeships in construction.
So they might get a chance to go work for a company.
We
as an apprentice.
also visit on those leadership days. We also visit with our unions. So we visit with IBEW. We do a tour. We go through construction or carpenters union and do tours there, and also iron workers in Springfield.
And then let's talk about, I mean, what are some of the things that you're encouraging them to do? I mean, is the goal here to like find them permanent employment if possible, and can have some even gotten jobs while still going through the program?
Some have. That is the goal, employment and training, of course. And some have. We even hired one of the previous students. So he is one of the assistants to the construction instructor.
So then where are they building these houses, and what kind of hands-on experience do they get?
So we're building those houses for Vita Nova. That's on 12th and Byers. Right now we are about halfway through the first build. Our goal is to build 3. We definitely need some construction people to, lend a hand and volunteer. But that's
Okay.
our goal is 3.
Yeah. So then you're having a Building Futures event. Talk to us about that event and how that ties in with your program.
So Building Futures, we're in our 7th year of, it was Build My Future, now it's Building Futures. We have morphed into a new title, but the same concept. So it is a hands-on career expo in construction manufacturing. We invite students from all over the 4-state area. So we have kids from Kansas and Oklahoma, Missouri. We're still encouraging Arkansas to come up. Last year we had 1,500 students that registered for the event. We had over 50 employers, and the students come out and they may be doing spot welding. They may be learning how to use a fire extinguisher. They're learning about windows and building little birdhouses or little boxes, or, each employer comes in with something different for them to do. We identify our seniors so those employers can talk to those kids a little bit more about what is the best classes to be taking, and, just making those connections with the younger students, because we invite them from 8th grade through seniors. So with those younger students, they get exposed to all those different trades and those different things that can happen right here in our area. And a lot of times, a lot of those kids will walk out saying, I know what I want to do now. And it kind of gives them some guidance in what kinds of classes to take when they're in high school, what's going to benefit them the most to get that employment once they graduate.
This seems like it goes hand in hand with the Joplin High School's Pathways program, which is sort of designed to try and say, hey, let's help you discover what you might like to do.
Absolutely.
So, and then can they take certain classes at Franklin Tech that kind of coincide with what you all are doing?
The high school students? Oh, absolutely. We encourage them to get into the welding classes, the construction classes, the HVAC classes, depending on which of those employers they've connected with while they're at the event.
Yeah, the Building Futures event. All right, so we're going to talk with some of the students, but in a moment. But how do you think being part of a construction site, and that sort of working world builds other skills like the leadership and, even work ethic? How do you think that is another, I guess, learning in itself just by having to work on a project like that.
For me, with the students that have been in so far, it's the confidence. A lot of them come in, they're very shy, they're very reserved, and as they go through the program, they build such confidence in their abilities, seeing that people actually believe in them and support them, and it just changes their whole attitude as they come in.
That's awesome. Sherry, what do you think?
Oh, absolutely, attitude. Attitude is, I think it's the willingness to continue the program also. You know, coming in and not really having a structure, and then, you know, we try to structure everything, and I think that makes a huge difference. Confidence is definitely, you know, one of those that you see them just blossom. And they're just great. I mean,
Yeah. And even if they don't go into construction, it helps them maybe bring focus to what they might want to do
Oh, absolutely,
by
yeah.
experiencing all that.
the work ethic, they have to show up on time. They have to, you know, one thing is the phones. We don't allow them to have their phones out all the time. You know, that was
It's been a
that
battle.
was fun. But it's a habit. It's a habit, you know.
Yeah.
And no one wants to pay somebody if they've got their phone out all the time.
Right.
They learn about accountability too. A lot about why do I need to show up to work on time? A lot of them come from, you know, backgrounds where they didn't have a lot of a support system and those kinds of things. So they work with case managers, they identify goals, they talk about the steps to get to all of those goals, and they learn about holding themselves accountable to get the things done that they need to do.
And then they know what employers expect out of them.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Thank you so much for all the information. We appreciate you being here, ladies.
Thank you.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we hear from two people who have been part of the Youth Build program to share their experiences. As we go to break, here's what you need to know to apply for Youth Build.
Every new day at Missouri Southern State University opens the door to meaningful opportunities.
Immersive learning, health and life sciences, global education.
These three pillars form the foundation of our mission.
I've always learned best by doing. When I could shape ideas with my own hands, everything clicked.
I enjoy helping others, but I never considered what it could look like as a career.
I grew up in a rural area where people rarely traveled abroad, and I always wondered what waited beyond my small town.
Here I discovered what I can do and who I can become.
Seeing the world through unique perspectives has reshaped how I view my place in it.
At Missouri Southern, we grow and change with purpose.
And that growth shapes who we become.
What begins on this campus moves into studios, hospitals, conference rooms, and communities across the state and around the globe.
This is Missouri Southern State University. Explore boldly.
Care deeply.
Impact globally.
one expanded mission,
Built with Lion pride.
Welcome back to Newsmakers, where we are learning all about YouthBuild, an education and workforce development program of Joplin Job Service and the Workforce Investment Board. Joining our conversation now are two participating students in the YouthBuild program, DJ Lee and Aiden Reynolds. Welcome to Newsmakers.
How you doing?
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here. I'd like to ask you both just how you got involved in YouthBuild and how old you were at the time. Tell us your story about how you got involved in YouthBuild.
I got involved with YouthBuild because this was my last resort, and I was told by economic security. They told me to come here because I was trying to see something about a job. So I came down, and I had a talk with a guy named Mr. Pierre, and he was helping me out with like my resume and like my background for like my jobs. And he asked me a couple of questions. He asked me how old I was. I got into the job site or the job center with YouthBuild at 21. Now I'm 22, and so far everything been good.
Aiden, and what's your age and how did you get involved in the program?
I started YouthBuild at 16 and turned 17 during the program. I actually found out about the program through my mom when she worked at Salvation Army, and that's how I got my foot in the door. And since then, it's just taken off.
Yeah. So it is an 8-month program. Did you have any interest in construction, or is this kind of an out-of-the-box experience for you?
I always been a hands-on person, and I always wanted to know how to build or do construction. So this was a good field and something to do because I always wanted to build, and this is actually a dream that that's coming true. I always wanted to be an engineer, building engineer, and build like homeless shelters and stuff like that for people, and so far it's coming true.
You'll have those connections. Aiden, tell me, what are some of the skills you think you build by being part of the construction team, but also having those GED classes?
Some of the skills I believe you build are social skills, definitely some knowledge, of course. You earn your CPR, first aid, and AED certifications, PACT certifications, as well as OSHA 10. So you certainly get a number of things that could put you out there into however many jobs. And even if you don't go into construction, there are certainly some things that you learn that will help you.
And some days of the week are in the classroom, others are hands-on. What do you think about breaking it up that way? How is it helpful for you as a student when it comes to learning, Aiden?
Personally, I think it is very great to break up the classes so it's not just the same thing over and over. We have classes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so in between there is construction, and it's just a fantastic way to break up the day and the week.
Yeah. What do you think is the most beneficial aspect of the program for you, DJ?
Bonding with everybody, learning everybody's ways, learning to be around certain people, and being able to earn respect for yourself and earn respect from other people and help other people at times where they need help. Like me being in this program, I didn't grow a lot. I didn't grow a lot of connections with people. I didn't met a lot of people. So just being around everybody.
So, and then they mentioned confidence, and it sounds like you gained some confidence by doing this.
I always had confidence, but being in a program, it helped me gain more because I know where I'm heading. I didn't put myself first, and being able to do what I want to do.
Now, I understand that they even help you with a lot of the resources. So talk about some of the things they'll provide, like when it comes to equipment and clothing. Tell me about that, Aiden.
What they first provide are our uniforms, which are high-vis clothing, jeans, and belts, boots. All that is paid for by our grant. They take us to the store to help us pick out everything and make sure it fits. And with our tools, those are automatically provided. They already have a list of everything we need. And until the end of the program, they still belong to the job center. But equipment-wise, we do not need to pay for anything.
Oh, that's amazing. And then there are other resources as well. So tell me about some of the other resources, even like gasoline?
They also put supportives in. They help us when we need help with gas, if we stay far and we need to get back and forth to work. And they also helped me recently get my own apartment. They put in supports. They help you get an apartment also. So I just moved in on my birthday. I got my apartment on my birthday.
Congratulations.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so that's exciting. And then all these tests for certifications, they actually help with some of the payment for those?
Yes, ma'am. They help pay for the CPR training, the PAC training, the HBI training, and also a lot of the lumber that we get that we use. They help with a lot.
And then you also get the different GED equivalencies, the HISET, all those are as well covered?
Yes, ma'am.
How would that be an obstacle for you if you had to pay for all those kind of tests? Do you think you'd try to even do them?
Yeah, because it'll help in the long run, but it'll also be harder because you probably don't have nobody that can actually help you pay for most of it. So them helping us, being able to pay, them actually paying for the HISET and GD, and you can also do both at the same time.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a program where you earn while you learn. Is it nice to be able to get paid for that work you're doing at the construction sites?
Yes, ma'am, because you also don't get paid. Most places you don't get paid to go to school and to work, or get paid to go to school just to do tests. You don't get paid. Most places don't do that.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing.
How has that been helpful for you, Aiden?
It's a nice source of income. It is a great way to start saving, especially if you just need to get on your feet. And honestly, I'm very glad that I found YouthBuild instead of just going down to the AEL center myself.
Yeah. So, I mean, this could put you on a path of trying to be independent as well, right? So you've gotten an apartment.
Yes,
what are you looking forward to doing after you graduate this program, which is, it's an 8-month program, and they said you don't have to go into construction. So what are you thinking about doing, Aiden?
Well, I already have a job set up, which I'm starting later this month. And personally, I'm very excited for that. But I don't really have that much figured out for after this program. So hopefully they'll help me find
Tell us
some.
a little about the job, though, you're looking into, because it's not necessarily construction, right?
It is an HR job for the city of Joplin. I will be an assistant. And that is about as much as I know about it.
How do you feel like having this work that you did in this program, how did that help prepare you for working for someone else?
It definitely helped me learn how to accept constructive criticism. That was something I struggled a lot with before starting this program, and I feel as though I have grown a lot in that category.
TJ, how about you? What are you looking forward to doing when you get through with this program?
Marketing management, learning how the ins and outs of building your own company and becoming your own CEO. So this helped me. We do a lot of output. We do a lot of outings and go out and do different little things. So it helps me see the difference of how companies is ran and how the business is done and things like that. Yeah, but once I pass some of my classes that I have to do, I'm gonna be job shadowing like a radio station to see how market management is done on a radio station and things like that.
So talk to me also, you guys do some community service and you've had some other build projects outside the Vita Nova Village houses. Tell me about the other projects that you've done and different things you've built along the way.
Not too long ago, we went to the George Washington Culver, facility. And we helped build like that little sidewalk thing, like a little bridge. It was a couple things too. We went to, I wonder if there was in can't remember, like cartridge, and we helped paint.
Press and hammers, maybe you also did some of their work?
We also did some of that. We do like little training on how to cook, things like that too. It's a lot of things that we have did.
What are some of the other sidebar lessons or sidebar jobs, Aiden, in your mind that were kind of a good, I guess, motivational building kind of thing for you?
We went down to Carthage and helped repair some of the bridges by painting them and sanding them down so they could be prepared for paint. We went to Hearts and Hammers, Ironworkers. We went to the American Ramp Company. And there have been other handful of stuff that I can't think of.
How do those field trips kind of inspire you?
It really shows you how much work and effort goes into these random things that you wouldn't even think about. It really makes you appreciate the time and care that's put into them, because otherwise you just wouldn't have them.
Yeah.
So how do you feel does it connect you with employers as well to kind of get an idea of their expectations?
Yes, ma'am. We have like leadership on like Wednesdays, and it's like different things. Like we have people that help us with like our credit, to learn about credit, like insurance. We have like different people bring business cards. We have like job fairs, and we have different job fairs to where we can go and see different job places, different owners, and get connections with that.
And Aiden, so tell us about what do you think is the biggest takeaway from a program like this? What would you tell some other students of why they should sign up and apply for this program?
The biggest takeaway I have from it is it really helps you understand just how easy you could have had it before. There have been many times in this program where I've looked back at the things I could have done in school, and it's really made me thought about, geez, I could have just continued doing what I was doing and I wouldn't have had to do any of this. But at the same time, I am very glad that I got this opportunity. There are many people out there who have not had this kind of opportunity and never will have it. So I am very, very grateful for having it.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for sharing your stories.
Thank
and good luck
you.
to both of you in the program.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having us.
That wraps up this edition of Newsmakers. If you know someone who could benefit from the YouthBuild program, talk to them about applying now. You can find information by scanning the barcode on the screen or by calling the Joplin Job Center at 417-629-3000 or online at WIBS WMO. Thanks to all our guests, and thank you for watching Newsmakers.